All right, so we are going to change the livery for one of the J-class boats. For this we go to Gimp and we go into the Friesel hull number 6 texture. That's a 4096 times 4096 texture. And we go and change the layers that hold the text. So the top one, URL2s, is selected. We have a layer, name home port. We have a layer with the inner bulwarks. That's hull part number 1. Then we have hull part number 6. That's the stern and the port and starboard side of the boat. And then we have part number 7, that is left and right side of the underwater ship. Alright, so let's go and change the name of the boat. That's in the URL2s layer. So we select text, then basically delete URL2s and write Bella Vista. There we go. We go back to positioning and make sure it's centered. There we go. To the right maybe? Yeah, that should be it. Okay. Then let's go change the home port. Same procedure. Select the layer. Go to text editing. Select not the name, but yeah, there we go. And basically edit the home port. Make it Hans. No, Rostock. Okay, Rostock. There we go. Go back to positioning. Make sure it's center. Add a background so we actually can see where it will end up. So when saving the PNG texture image, we have to make sure we do not export the part number 6 layer. So Rostock, it's center, good enough. Save the file and then export. As oops, now we overwritten the URL2s. That was not the plan. Alright, so let's make a new one. Export as and then Bella Vista. There we go. And export. Alright, we keep all the stuff, the background, keep the resolution, etc. and just export. Highest compression level. We want people to be able to download it pretty fast. So now this is a big image, 4000 times 4096. So this is the resolution we create the image at. Alright, you have the same to do the same for the boom rest. So another image, boom rest overlay, and here too we just edit, text edit the name, and again select the layer and edit the name. Alright, go to positioning, center it, and we're all good. Do the same with the home part. Select the home part layer and edit the text. Yeah, that should be it. Bit to the left maybe. Alright, here we go. And let's save that. And then name the file Bella Vista. Okay, here we go. And export. Okay, so then that's basically the three textures of the name home part on the stern, name home part on the boom rest, and of course we need the sail number in the sail. So take the sail number file and just edit the number. Let's make that 15. In Sailaway 2, there was an easier way to do this. It had its own editor, but alright, let's just stick with this in Gimp. And save the sail number as number 15. Not number 14, number 15, here we go. And we're done. So now we have the new three textures, three new images. And now let's see if we can get those on the boat. So we need to go to Sailaway, select the boat on delivery, wait for the boat to load. Alright, now this is a beast. It has something like 360 separate parts, meshes, whatever you want to call them, and a ton of sub meshes for all kinds of reason. Mainly it's modular. So the idea is to use the same hull, same rig, same sails, same rudder for many boats. We planned 3 for now, and we're just gonna move around the superstructure. So there will be a different place for the helm stand. There will be different steering wheels. Change the color of the caulking to white. Completely redo the interiors. So there's one where it's going to be digitalized. So getting rid of the dashboard. The modern Velcida re-equipped, etc. About 10, 20 years ago. Has digital instruments hanging from the boom. I have no clue how to get that on here, but I'll try something in that direction. Different boom rests. Change the what we call boat jewelry, so all the shiny metal-y bits. We'll try and do a boat in shiny brass. We'll try and do a boat in brushed aluminum. Okay, so the boat is loading. So we can see that there's been some updates, and somehow now the bulwark is pink. Can't leave like that. The stern, it looks funny. At the bow, it looks funny too. Doesn't really fit the color scheme here. So there's J-Class HX operator manual, published. I'll probably publish that on the website. So you already can find a link in the Discord server, and we'll just well, it's still work in progress. We're still editing on it. So yeah, that can be a film. So what we're going to do is, first, this boat has a lot of parts, a lot of sub-meshes that are not combined, joined, or in anything pasted together, because we need the modularity to be able to change stuff around. We planned 3 boats for now, and we're just going to move parts around, exchange them for other parts, so there will be 3 totally different looking boats that are going to have the same hull, the same rudder, the same sails, same rig, the same deck layout as concerned to all the sailing gear, but all the superstructure, air scoops, cabins, boom rest, steering stand, stuff like that's gonna change and be moved around. Probably the hatches will all stay, as will all the rigging. So yeah. So then let's move to the hull. Okay, so the part above the waterline. That's in the water ship number 7. So not blue. it's red again. So we'll just leave that alone. Don't save. Okay, so let's fix the bulwark first. So hull part number 1. This is pink. And we want this boat to be green. So let's select green. That's a little bit darker. Well, where's the pink coming from? There's the pink coming from. There's an overlay in there. Let's just remove it. So now it's green. Okay, so this green is too bright. Let's make it darker. Okay, how does this look? Oh, a little bit darker. Yeah, that's too much. So brighten it up a bit. I don't know. That's too. Yeah, yeah. I think we can do it. Okay, so #004900. That's the RGB code. Red, green, and so let's. Yeah, well, maybe a little bit more shiny. Let's move that up to 80%. And let's that metallic, yeah, I don't know, 20? Yeah, let's make that 20. So 80% and 20%. Oh, remember the number because you're going to be needing that for the hull above the water line. So save it, don't forget that. And then let's see. So the parts number 3, 4 and 5 are for planking. Caulking. This is caulking alongside the trim. This is the inside of the holes, so basically the chests, lockers, whatever you want to call them. It's not a cargo hold, but it's big. Alright, so let's go in this one here, dive in. So this is a hold with the 2 main hatches, big hatches, and yeah, sometime in the future we're gonna put gear in here, fenders, ropes, the whole bazooka, the anchor stuff, everything, everything we need to have fun. And there's more of those below the hatches. So you can actually open all hatches by touching the handle, and the inside is all this yellowish, beige, whitish, whatever color you want to call it. So then we have here number 6, which is the hull below, above the waterline. So now let's see if we remembered. We wanted it green, and no, it wasn't that. It was 004900. Okay, that was the color, and I think we said 80/20. Okay, so now we have a green boat with a red on the water ship. Now, like if you would want a water line, right? Then you can go back to the texture where we put in the name on the stern, and you can actually draw a white stripe around the circumference of the hull or at the top of the underwater ship. Only problem is we're talking pixels. It's 248 pixel wide texture on a ship on a waterline of 28 something meters. So if it's not absolutely straight, you're gonna see the pixels jump up and down. So when you draw a waterline, make sure it's a absolutely straight line. So the pixels color white, for instance, it's just white, straightforward. It should be no problem. If you try to make curves, write letters, logos, do fancy stuff, forget it. The resolution isn't there. So but you don't know. But like the texture of the deck, the planks here, those are 16 repeated 2048 times 2048 pixel images, and they look good up to a distance of like 50 centimeters. Oh, almost. Let's make it a meter. If you get closer, you can see it gets, yeah, well, not so good, but good enough, or at least this is the maximum that Sailaway allows for now. In 5 years in the future, when we have 136 gigabyte of video memory available and our processors are 2 times 2 times 2, that's like 8 times faster, it should be possible to have a resolution that is twice or 4 times as good as this. Prepared for that, all the textures in Gimp are created at 4096 times 4096 pixel. When you upload them, Sailaway automatically scales them down to 2048 times 2048. The developer likes it all lighter than that. So when you download the UV, like what you would want to make a texture, you can export UV, like UV Barrel 5 PNG. That texture will be 1024 times 1024 pixels. Basically 4 times worse than the images made so far. And yeah, well, that makes it lighter to download. It's less tough to download, which, yeah, okay. We get back to if you run into 400 IMOCAs that all have their all fancy paint jobs on every little item with, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different images. It means every IMOCA forces you to download 8 images times 400 chips, and that must be uploaded to the server by the people that make their livery, and then it has to be downloaded by everyone. So it's 400 times 399 images being downloaded from the server. The right moment those 400 boats appear at the start. Yep, that's not gonna happen. At least there will be where it is slower, there will be where it is faster, but if you're in Argentina on like 20 or 12 megabyte per second internet, you're in trouble. Alright, so the stern, so we want to paint the stern. I'm going to do that as overlay. So we're going to need the name, Bella Vista for the stern. That's hull part number 6. So we have to navigate to where we put that stuff. Alright, so on my system that's in boat models. And in textures, and hull number 6 Bella Vista is that one. We'll just save that. And it should be in my collection now. There we go. Visual hull number 6 Bella Vista. So we're gonna project that as UV. We want 100% of it, and we didn't hit the center. We did hit the center. Looks good enough. Should we move it a bit? It's the only thing in that overlay. We didn't put any other in that image, so if we move it, we'll only be moving the name. If we add a waterline, then if we move the image, the waterline will move too. So if it's not placed correctly and you want to add other stuff, except for that part on the stern, you have to go back to the image and edit the image before you move the image around in Sailaway. So anyway, let's try to make this golden. Give it a maximum overlay, and let's see if we move it to the left. We go minus, let's say do 5 millimeter. Maybe let's make it 10 millimeter. Yeah, that's good enough. We could go down. Let's go down 10 millimeters too. Okay, that doesn't work because now the home part is cut off at the bottom, so we're already at no longer at the stern. We'll supposedly we'll have to leave that as it is. Now if you think that's too high, back to the image and shrink the letters. Now, like I told you, 4096 and 96 gets scaled down to 2048. This is the result. It's all pixelated up until 4 or 5 meters, 2 meters distance. Okay. Right, that should conclude our work on the hull. Okay, let's do some fancy stuff. The rub rail. This silver line you see there, that's a rub rail. Originally, in working boats, that's basically to protect the hull paint from scratching when you hit something, a wall. So that's part number 9994. And so it's a fixed part. Let's see if we can find that. 9994. 9094. This one. Okay, so let's make that gold. Okay, so we can debate all day, but and try it out. We decided gold is Delta 4 Alpha Foxtrot 37. Delta 4 Alpha Foxtrot 37. And now you see that's gold. Let's give it a little bit more sparkle, bit brighter. Yep, let's keep it like that. 8060. Show droplets, and we're all good. So now you can see it didn't get the whole rub rail. There are some sticky parts, in this case a sword. Later on there will be a J that has, let me check, we'll have a boat with a flower, with a dragon, a wolf, and something with an X. Yeah, that's like the super modern brushed aluminum boat stuff, jewelry. All planned. I don't know how far we are in execution on that, so you'll see when we get there. Alright, so the other parts of the rub rail should be 9994.2. We'll do the same. That's the bell, that's open CPN announcing it's so and so late, I don't know. Ship's bell. Actually, I don't know if you heard that bell. That was ringing loud in my ears, so maybe you heard that too. So why that doesn't stick the first time, I don't know. Let's try that again. Delta 4 A Foxtrot 37. What do we have to do here? Come in. Yeah. It's typing, alright. This white on white is really a bugger. This should be contrast so we actually can see what we're typing. Alright, that's one letter too much. Okay, do it again. Hash Delta 4 Alpha Foxtrot 37. Now it sticks. There we go. We said something about 80 and 60. I guess that should be at the front end. Let's see and find out. Yep, that's at the front end. Show droplets, and we're good. And then we have to do it all again for the back part. Here we go. It's 9994, number 3. And you can click the eye to get close up. There we go. That's the part. We don't want to go back to default. We do want to have the color Delta 4 Alpha Foxtrot 37. Right in one time. See, progress. And 60. Right. And thus increased the boat's value by another cool $1 million. So these boats in real life run, well, depending on when you look and what age the owner is, anything from 10 million to 20 million. If you build it new, hull without rig and without sails will put you back about 15 million. If you do like the Swedish Svea, you can keep the interior quite simple, robust, functional. You could save probably 1, 2, 3 million, I don't know. So, but hey, so here in Sailaway, join the club, you can sail it for free. If you fancy having your own, painting it yourself and all that stuff, alright, we're gonna bleed you dry, so to speak. No, just kidding. It needs to be exclusive. That's what it is in real life. That's what it is in just our opinion. So, hey, I consider such, you buy the boat, you don't need to buy it, you do that to support whatever it is we are doing. Basically, setting up races, running websites, Discord servers, whatever. Gathering information, sharing knowledge. This whole boat building stuff is something on the side, even if it takes 1,000 hours to do something like this over many years. Alright. That's that. Alrighty, and we go, well, we only have to do the mainsail actually, so we just go to the main. This is the all carbon main, we're just gonna keep it all carbon. But we need a sail number to distinguish ourselves. And early takers get the better numbers or the lower numbers, whatever you want to call it. So let's get it. Number 15, we just created in Gimp. So let's go to our, and we should find our number here somewhere. Yep, here we go, sail number 15. Can hardly see it in the, oh, we didn't assign it. Oh. Number 15, now it's assigned, so like I said, you can hardly see it on the screen, but it should be there. Opacity to 100, make it all shiny. Just a sticker, so well, it's shiny, bright. So the protest committee, jury, umpire can identify your boat to go penalize you. If you don't have a sail number, you get penalized for that. So there's no way you're gonna be able to hide anywhere without getting a penalty. Now for hiding, that is, trying to hide. Just, if you have a sail number, that basically indicates you obey the rules or you stick to the rules. You sail like a gentleman or a gentlewoman or a gentle person. Right, so. Performance weight is 125.7 now. Okay, I thought it was 123, but sometimes those numbers change, I don't know why. Just leave it like that. Okay, so add nice picture. There we go. Yeah, doesn't it looks like that's different. Could have been navy blue, and it doesn't change a thing. Okay, so definitely need more light. So let's let's make the picture like this, so you can actually see its green. I guess we have to see it sailing. Texture is scaled. Everything is scaled down to smaller things. So no matter how nice it looks on our screen, the picture is always worse. Alright, I'm doing everything on 4K here, so let's load it. That was a yacht club boat, so let's find out who took it and put it where. Well, we can't see who, but we will find out where. Alright, seems to be daylight. We always end up in the cabin, so I put in a piano there. It doesn't play. That was the first question or comment. Does it play? No, it does not play. It's fancy enough as it is. I can ask Richard to add it to the hardware stuff, and then he can put music attached to it, so when you click it, it plays Feu Elise or something. But that's a lot of effort for very little return. Okay, so, right. Let's get sales up. Not too much wind. We're going with Genoa. And the stay sail. If you read the manual, there will be regulations about what sails and how many sails you can use. In some boats, they have 5, 6 head sails. Doesn't matter where they attach or what they are hosted. It all goes up at the same time all the time, just to make the boat fast. That's not how it works in real life. So, in racing, expect those rules to be applied. When you're cruising, doing your own stuff, you can put up sails wherever and whatever you want. You want to sink the boat, you want to sail in the roaring 40s with a day sailor, go ahead, sink the boat. I don't care. But in racing, please keep decorum as a gentleman, fitting to the class, image and reputation. Okay, we turn because Alt and F is engaged, so turn that off. Deploy anchor again to make the boat turn in the wind. Then raise the anchor so we can set, why are we turning? What's this? Okay, again, drop anchor. So it should be head to wind. Okay, we raise anchor and it should stay head to, okay, it's doing it now. We're gonna hoist the main. Yeah, so it's 50 meters up in the air. So it's 100 meter long halyard. And with all big boats, it takes time. So this is the perfect simulator for people that sail big boats to time maneuvers. Right, so if you say, hey, let's hoist the mainsail, it takes a minute or more. Okay, same for the Genoa. That's not a problem coming up. The sheets probably were tight. when the sheets are tight, we cannot execute enough force to overcome the sheets. So it will stop somewhere when the sheets are too tight. Okay, they were not. Very well. Whoever was sailing the boat and returned it, very well, very nice. Thank you. Okay, so let's just check what we got. We have a Dutch national flag. We have the province of Friesland flag in the shrouds. We have the sail number. The boat is green and the underwater ship is red, and the rub rail is golden. So the name on the stern is nice, looks good, and oops, we forgot something. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but only human. So let's get access to lines. Cannot be in a drone and trim the boat. So come back in first person. Come back in first person. Oh, that too takes time. Let's ease the boom fan. It doesn't want to go up. Alright, but you can come down. So, there we go. Not enough, but okay, so you can see the name is missing. Let's just get the boom out of the center. So, there we go. Yeah, so that's some other issue. The boom is not hanging or attached to the sail. The sail is attached to the boom, and the boom basically moves because of some algorithm independent of the sail. So normally the boom would flick left to right because the sail is loose. It doesn't. Alright. So let's leave the boat and see about this thing we forgot. The boom support, boom rest is fixed part. Oh, it's interactive. You saw it move. It's an interactive part, and it should be number 10,118, and the second sub mesh is the wood. There we go. So we click the eye. We go. All right. So let's see. Overlay. New texture. it should be boom rest overlay, that one be created. Alright, now again, let's put it up. So I think it was 3 times, and I think we go down twice. Yeah, let's go with 4. Let's go 5 and 4. Yeah, I needed to do something about that stuff on the top. Alright. Later. So updates to the boat will come in a monthly rhythm. For now that's an oopsie and it will stay. So there's some yellow striping at the top of the boom rest that shouldn't be there. It's getting better. A bit, not much. Guess it's somewhere in the middle or something. I don't know. Tap it there. Okay. A little bit more to the right. Yeah, let's keep it there. Oh yes, of course, it's Rostock, Germany. So we're going to have to do something about the flag. Flags are under the public textures, the alphabetical, so flag G. Germany. There we go. And we go and check up here. There's an owner's flag. Yeah. When you're close up, you will see there's an entire flagpole in there, but single flag is not available yet, so they all come attached to something. So try to hide it as good as possible, but it's what it is. So we go to flag. please do not change the club boats. If you want other colors on a club boat, contact one of us and we'll add another one in the colors of your desire. Not infinitely, so I don't know how many of these boats you want in the yacht club, but we're 70 members now. We have 2 of them, so maybe we can add another 2 or 3, I don't know. Have to check. And don't start fighting, right? So these boats normally sailed by a crew of 20, so should be enough space and place for everyone. The first one on the boat is the person in charge. Yeah, so no teleporting or pulling or trimming or doing anything without coordination, please. Unless you're alone on the boat, then you can basically do whatever you want. Alright, that's it for now. Bye bye.